Adapting literature to film, the role of cultural context. Hello, dear learners. Today, we're diving deep into the world of literature and film. We'll be uncovering the intriguing subject of how cultural context influences adaptations of books to movies. Remember, cultural context is like the backdrop of a story. It plays a significant role in how tales are told and received. Cultural context refers to the set of factors that influence people's way of life, beliefs, traditions, and behaviors. This includes historical events, social norms, religious beliefs, and even geographical location. When a story is written, it is often grounded in a particular cultural context. For example, consider Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, set in England during the early 19th century. The cultural norms of that time and place greatly influence the story's characters and plot. When literature is adapted into film, filmmakers must decide how much of the original cultural context to preserve, modify, or replace. This is because 1. Audience relevance. If a film is targeting a different audience from the book, the cultural context might need adjustments to make it more relatable. 2. Visual representation. Film as a visual medium. The cultural context dictates everything from costumes to settings. 3. Narrative fluidity. Sometimes, the essence of a story can be maintained, but certain cultural specifics might change to ensure the narrative flows smoothly on screen. For instance, if Pride and Prejudice were adapted for an audience in 21st century Japan, there might be changes to reflect Japanese culture, customs, and norms, while still retaining the core story. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes, set in Victorian England, is a great example. Various adaptations have been made, but let's focus on the modern-day BBC series, Sherlock. 1. Setting. Instead of Victorian London, we're in 21st century London. 2. Technology. The use of smartphones, computers, and modern forensic methods play a big role. 3. Social norms. The relationships and interactions of characters fit our modern-day understanding rather than Victorian customs. Yet, the essence of Holmes's character and his brilliant deductive methods remains consistent. This adaptation caters to a modern audience while preserving the spirit of the original literature. Adapting literature to film with a different cultural context isn't always smooth. Challenges include 1. Loss of nuance. Some cultural nuances might be lost if they are not well translated or if they are omitted entirely. 2. Risk of stereotyping. There's a risk of resorting to cultural stereotypes if filmmakers aren't careful. 3. Audience reception. Purists might feel that the adaptation deviates too much from the original. It's a delicate balancing act to ensure that the essence of the story is retained while making it relevant to a new audience. As we wrap up, it's clear that cultural context is a potent force when adapting literature to film. It can shape narratives, determine visual representation, and even influence audience reception. So, the next time you watch a movie based on a book, think about the cultural contexts involved. It might just give you a richer viewing experience. We hope you found this deep dive enlightening. Keep learning and exploring the fascinating bridges between cultures and mediums.